All right, so we should be live right now, but while I check my my YouTube, make sure everything's running smoothly. Is there anything that you want to plug or anybody you want to shout out?
Uh, Shout out to my teammates.
Yeah, for sure. Are you referring to your all your teammates from all years of high school? Or are you talking about your high school teammates, future college teammates?
I'm
What?
talking about my high school teammates and future college teammates.
Yeah, I mean I guess you kind of start off talking about actually we'll start off with high school first because I asked you like that name sounds so familiar, Archbishop Moeller. I knew I heard it somewhere. So you did say you're a stock team. You got like four Division I players, something like that. And since you kind of shout out the teammates, talk about some of the bonds you have with some of the guys there.
Yeah, I mean, looking like back on the 4 years I spent there, it's just crazy to see like how the bonds that I've built with my teammates have grown. I mean, coming in as a freshman, I was more of like a quiet kid, but now I'm like super comfortable with everyone, and that's, I mean, the number one thing I'm gonna take away from Moeller is the relationships I've built with my teammates for sure.
Yeah. And are there any seniors on that team that you're hoping to play against in college?
Yeah, for sure. Alex Williams and Logan Duncombe, they're the two seniors that are going D1. I would also say Aidan Turner, but he's going to a Division II school, so we won't have the chance to play them.
Yeah. You think if your teams ended up, if you ended up playing any of the seniors, if you ended up playing any of their schools, who do you think which team's going to win? Is it going to be one of their schools, or are you guys taking
I
out the dub?
I got Richmond for sure, for sure.
Yeah. I kind of realized when I was asking. Like he's definitely going to say Richmond, but now I want to transition into the college teammates now. You're obviously not on campus unless it's your dorm room, but it's not like a dorm room to me. But you guys really haven't probably practiced with each other before. So how have you been able to build a relationship with your future college teammates?
Yeah, I've been talking to the other like me and the freshmen have like a group chat that we talk in regularly, but I know like some of the guys that are on the team currently, but like I haven't really like built a relationship with them or anything yet, but definitely looking forward to get up to campus to meet them for sure.
Yeah. When do you get on campus?
I think I got to go like June 18th.
Okay. Oh, so it's not like too soon, I guess you could say, but
Yeah, I
it's
got
also
time.
coming up. Yeah. So what are you doing? Like are you kind of a senioritis mode, or like what are you doing right now?
Yeah, I mean, school wise, I'm definitely in the senioritis mode, but as far as like working out and staying on top of the basketball stuff, I've been getting in the gym every day and lifting too. So, because I'm just really trying to make sure I prepare to get ready for the next level because I want to make an impact immediately.
I saw your most recent Instagram post. Looks like you did an East Bay or between the legs. So is that something you've been working on? I guess once your season ended.
I've been able to do it in between the legs since like my sophomore year. That's like my signature dunk. I
Yeah. So,
got
so
I got sneaky bounce. I will say that.
yeah, what's it like being one of those sneaky like I mean look, you do look like a guy that would have sneaky bounces based off I don't know, you seem like a sneaky bounce kind of guy, like slightly skinny, but like it has like slightly I don't know how to describe it. You just kind of give like a sneaky bounce kind of look. What's it like going to the gym, you're in a game, fast break, and all of a sudden you dunk it, and everyone's like wait, I did not think he was gonna dunk. What's that kind of atmosphere like?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, like in AAU, I would always be in like the warm up lines, and I guess I mean nobody expects the skinny white kid to get up there and just flush the ball. So I'd be in the AAU warm up lines, and I'd just go up and just freaking flush one, and everyone would just be like shocked. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and since kind of you had sneaky bounce, like is that something you were gifted with? Like, did you just always work on trying to dunk like for a long time, or how are you able to develop to be such a good dunker?
I mean, when I was like a young kid, probably like 10, 11 years old, I'd always go out on like my driveway and just like practice dunking on lower rims. So, I mean, I guess that gave me an advantage. But as far as like actually having the bounce, I think that was just something I was just like gifted with. I mean, I think I've like through lifting and like speed and agility stuff, I think I've increased my vertical a little bit, but I think mostly it was just like something I just had.
Yeah. So since the between the legs, like your signature dunk, I mean that's kind of like I feel like if I see a guy go between the legs, I think that's like a big deal. So what would be the craziest dunk you've ever done? Since that dunk is kind of casual for you.
My best dunk is probably a 360 windmill, and I'm like super, super close to getting a 360 between the legs.
Man,
Super close to that. I'm trying to get that.
that's crazy. Do you like? I mean, I'm assuming you do. Like, do you work on dunking a lot? You know, maybe after like a training session or something.
I don't really like work on it that much. I mean, like after I work out at the gym, I might just like start dunking the ball for like 5 minutes, or like if I'm working out and like I'm doing a drill or something, like dribbling and stuff, I might finish with like dunks. But as far as like actually practicing dunks, I don't really do that. It's
Yeah,
kind of pointless in my opinion.
yeah. I mean, unless you become like a professional dunker, then it's very
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Then it's
that's a
obviously
different story.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Is there I mean, man, I had a good question. Now I just completely forgot it. But I want to like when you so like after a training, you're like dunking for 5 minutes. Is that at all like do you literally just go and just dunk for 5 minutes straight, or are you like shooting around, then throwing a dunk here and there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't go and just dunk for 5 minutes straight, like because that would get really tiring. But mostly, I'd say it's just like if I'm like working out, I might just like take like a little minute break or something like that, and then go start dunking. I don't really know. Just kind of
Yeah.
happens.
Is dunking something like is that this is a final dunking question? Like, is that your favorite thing to do? Like, do you love to dunk, or is it just I just got some sneaky bounce, so I'll like dunk occasionally.
I mean, yeah, I think it's. I mean, it's definitely something I enjoy, but like as far as like my favorite thing to do is just like play the game of basketball. But obviously, it's pretty fun having bounce for sure.
Yeah, actually, final dunk question. You could either tell me whichever I guess story's better. Which you can tell me about your first in game dunk or your best in game dunk.
My best in-game dunk was probably last summer. I was up playing with All Ohio Red in a tournament, and I caught the ball on the wing, and some kid was like closing out on me long. So I think I like pump faked, and he went flying, and then I took one dribble, blew by him, and posted a kid that was like trying to jump on me at the rim.
Yeah,
That was probably my best dunk.
that's crazy. Do a lot of media usually kind of use you as like like the clickbait kind of guy, like what like tall white guy sneaky bounce? Like is that always like the clickbait you see in a lot of videos? Like they use you?
I guess, yeah, probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to look. I can't really find anything now, but I guess it's kind of cool. But now let's talk about that Richmond decision a little bit. Just what kind of went into you choosing to commit to there?
Um, I would probably say. I mean, I actually went up to that campus in like July, or it may have actually been August, July or August. Whenever I think it was August. I went up late August, and I wasn't allowed to meet with the coaches or anything, but I was like super super interested in Richmond, and like their campus is literally the nicest campus I've ever seen. So that played a big part into it. And then the other part that played a big role in it was I just feel like Richmond is like big time basketball. I mean, they're in the A10, great facilities, great, love the coaching staff. So, I mean, really, honestly, everything about it I just loved, and it really just checked off all the boxes I was looking for. So I just said, why not? And pulled the plug with Richmond. Committed.
Yeah. What other schools were you considering though? Like if you ended up not going to Richmond, what other schools were you maybe thinking of going to?
My top two schools were Richmond and VCU. Kind of funny because they're both in Richmond, Virginia, but those are my top two. And then the other ones that I was considering were like Toledo. I was considering App State heavily too. Their coaching staff is awesome. Coaching staff was a big thing for me. So usually the schools that I was like really, really heavily considering, I really loved all their coaching staff. So you got VCU, Toledo, and App State were probably my top four.
Yeah, and you kind of I don't really want to ask about App State because I feel like that school's not it's not a random school, but the two other schools like VCU, that's probably one of the better schools in the A10 as well. Besides Richmond and Dayton and all that, like VCU is definitely a highly respected basketball program. So even though you did share like why you kind of picked Richmond, like how were you able to pick let's say Richmond over VCU because VCU too is kind of like a big powerhouse basketball college.
Yeah, for sure. VCU's really good, but like I said, when I went to Richmond, it just felt like I was at home, and I was like, this is where I want to be. So, and every coach that I was talking to in the recruiting process, like they were all just telling me go where you feel like home is. And when I got to Richmond, I was like, this feels like home to me. So I knew that's where I wanted to be.
Yeah, and again, this question too is probably going to be like the exact same response, but Toledo, almost positive it's in Ohio, which is where you live. Like, why'd you
It is,
choose
yeah.
then play in Virginia instead of picking a school, closer to home in Ohio?
Um, I mean, Toledo, like honestly, I would have preferred to stay close to home, but like it wasn't. I was just gonna go where I wanted to be. But Toledo, the reason I like Toledo so much was because of the coaching staff, Coach Todd. He's an awesome guy, and that's why I was considering them.
Yeah, and I know one of your future teammates, Mo. He said that I think Richmond's, like the student population, I think it's like smaller than my high school. So I mean, do you like how small is your high school right now, and it's going to a super super small college? Is that something you want?
It's not that small. They got like 4,000 to 5,000 students, so I wouldn't say it's like that small.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like that's basically how many kids are at my high school. That's kind of why, like, I would say
How
it's
many
like.
kids at your high school?
I mean, I think I know now it's like 4,500, but like I know at like some point or another it was like 5,000. So
Jeez, that's a big high school.
yeah, yeah. That's why I was saying.
But as far as like the student population, I mean, I don't really care. I'm not really that worried about that. I'm going there to play basketball. I'm gonna have my friends are gonna be my teammates. I mean, obviously I'm gonna meet other friends, but as far as that stuff, I mean, I'm not real worried about finding stuff to do with the student population.
Yeah, and besides basketball, because that's what you're really looking forward to, and we'll go more into that at Richmond a little later, but more just for the overall like college experience kind of thing. Is there anything more general about college that you're looking forward to?
Um, I mean, I'm just looking forward to like I know going off to college is gonna turn me into like my own independent man, and but I mean, obviously the thing that I'm looking forward to most is the basketball experiences I'm gonna have, like traveling around the country, playing a great schedule, and that's that's probably what I'm just looking forward to the most. Right now, I'm just looking forward to getting up there in June and getting to work with the guys. But overall, that's what I'm looking forward to the most, I would say.
And in the A10, you guys definitely do get to travel around the country a decent amount. Is there a place that you maybe haven't gone to, or a place you're looking forward to going now for basketball on a road game?
Um, Not really. I mean, I think all the games are cool. I think because that was another reason why I chose to go to Richmond because I mean, like playing in the A10, you get to play a lot of big time games. And I actually went to the game when they beat Kentucky earlier this year, so I'm just looking forward to playing in those type of games.
Yeah. So there's no, like you don't want to go. Like I know some teams they go like the Maui thing in Hawaii, like
Yeah, I
that's
mean
something.
for sure. If I was gonna pick like one of those, I'd probably pick the one in the Bahamas or the Hawaii one. That would be
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah. I mean, I remember like when it was Atlantis's like anniversary or something like that. There was I don't know what channel it was on. It might have been like PBS if you know what. Do you know what PBS is or no?
The channel PBS.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Oh, okay.
think I've heard of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I wasn't sure if it was like just a Florida thing or not, but there was something about like Atlantis, like the hotel, some like documentary on it or like thing about it. Man, like I want to go there so bad. Like I think I might pick the Atlantis one, maybe over Hawaii, because also I feel like the flight is kind of bad. I would assume from the East Coast to there.
Yeah, I've been to Atlantis too, so it would be really cool to go back there and play a basketball tournament there. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, yeah, and it just seems cool. Like, of course, the Maui thing is cool as well, in like a super small ish gym. But I feel like it's cool like playing basketball in an arena in a ballroom. Like you're never gonna think about all that kind of colliding. So I kind of find that cool too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and take us through this high school season. Like, just what was it all like with Corona and adjusting to that, and maybe not even thinking you were gonna have a season for a little bit too.
Man, it was a tough season. I mean, even with how talented we were, we actually ended up losing in the Elite Eight, which just absolutely sucked. But overall, I mean, like I said, um, the relationships I've formed with my teammates was the most important thing, and that's the thing I'm really going to take with me throughout the rest of my life. But as far as the season goes, I mean, it was rough having no fans there. I mean, we had like 250 fans, but usually like our high school games, even if like Moeller's not even that good. They're still like ridiculously crowded. Like it's pretty much sold out every night. So just running out there and seeing like 300 fans in the crowd was kind of sucked. But I mean, obviously, I appreciate everyone that supported us this year because I know, I mean, we still had the same fan base supporting us, but it was just harder to like actually see that because they weren't allowed to come to the games. But overall, I mean, obviously, we wanted to win state. Didn't happen, but I'm still grateful for how the season went.
Yeah, and I'm sure that is just like a tough way, kind of end out your senior season, like not seeing as many fans and everything like that. How were you able to make the adjustment when you're running out? And usually it's a packed gym, and all of a sudden there's only like obviously not like three people there, but there's just a few people there basically. Like how were you able to make that adjustment playing in basically an empty gym?
I mean, at the end of the day, whether the gym's packed or not, I still want to win. I still want to play really well. And that's pretty much what I would just tell myself every game. Like, there's a ball and you're playing against another team, so I want to win just as bad as if there were 2,000 fans in the crowd. So that's pretty much what I used as my motivation.
When did your season? When did it start? Like, was it delayed at all, or was it basically like normal?
Nah, we went on as normal.
Okay, so it didn't start. Like I know some places it started basically like now our seasons are starting. Like for you guys, it started in October, November, like that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I guess that's pretty good. That's interesting because I know like Ohio. What is it? It's like it goes Ohio, then I think Indiana, Illinois, right? Is that like the geography? Pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I know Illinois was all delayed and everything, so that's kind of interesting how you guys got play a normal season. That's obviously good. Do you have a favorite moment from your senior season?
Um, my favorite moment was probably when we won our Sweet 16 game because it was like a really close game and it was against our biggest rival in Saint Xavier, and we beat them in overtime. It was an absolutely crazy game. We were winning by like 9 points with like 2 minutes to go in the game, and they came back and tied the game. We went to overtime and got the win, and just celebrating with the guys in the locker room was probably my favorite moment. And also going down to Hilton Head, that was really fun too for a
Oh,
tournament.
oh, wait.
Yeah, we played in the Beach Ball Classic.
Yeah. Wait, were you guys ever ranked number like? Were you guys ever ranked
To start the season. We were ranked number 8 in the country.
Oh yeah, and then all like Calvary Christian beat you guys, right?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
We choked that game. We should have won that game for sure. But they're a really good team, so
Yeah, that's kind of like that's like the best team like in my hometown. So like I was actually kind of it's a little awkward now I'm talking to you, but like when they won, I was like super happy for them because it's kind of good for my hometown. But yeah, I mean I was happy for the guys, because that's my hometown. So they basically kind of helped put where I live like on the map a little bit because we're like a dying basketball city almost because we could have been crazy good and then everyone transferred because everything was up in a question. So everyone just like left our area. And luckily there's they're able to get it together. But I guess both teams they ended up winning states, but they didn't get chosen for nationals or anything, which people can make an argument they did. But I mean going down to Hilton Head and everything, that was a very loaded tournament. Was there a game there that was your favorite?
I don't really know. I mean, we beat another really good team too. I forget what their team. I think it was like Archbishop. It was something. We beat another team from Florida that was really good. They had like 2 really good players on their team. One of them was like a 6'6" dude.
Oh wait, was it Bishop McLaughlin or
Yeah,
someone?
Bishop McLaughlin. That's who it is. They were a good team. We beat them. We played pretty well that game. That was a fun one. But I mean, honestly, they were all really fun.
Yeah, and the beat was that your first like I guess where was maybe the your most fun like high school game like where was the farthest place you traveled for a high school basketball game? Like your best trip, I guess.
Definitely the one we did, the Beach Ball Classic. Or wait, that was in. Did I say Hilton Head? That was in Myrtle Beach. I
Yeah,
meant to say
yeah,
Myrtle.
yeah.
Yeah, I meant to say Myrtle Beach. That was the most fun one for sure.
Yeah. So out of all your high school career, that was like your favorite trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was there anything like besides the basketball that made it more fun?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what made it so much fun was just like hanging out with the guys down in Myrtle Beach. That was really cool and fun.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Anyways, made it to the end of the interview. I just got one more question. I want to know what do you want your legacy to be like once you step away from the game of basketball?
I would probably say I just want my legacy to be someone that worked as hard as he possibly could, was a confident player, and was a great teammate, and inspired the guys on his team to work as hard as they can and like achieve whatever they're possible, like whatever they're possible, like whatever they can achieve. That's what my goal is at the end of the day. Just work as hard as I can, and with the work that I put in, what's meant to be was gonna happen, I believe. So gotta keep working hard, basically.
Yeah, for sure. Now this is a little tradition I have when I do the interviews with players like this. Your Instagram to the end, I'm gonna shout your Instagram and everything. It ends with the number 35. So what does that number mean to you, and why'd you pick that number?
I've been wearing 35 ever since I was a kid because my favorite player was KD growing up, and like I would always turn on the TV and I'd see KD balling out, and like I've always been like as a kid I was really skinny, so I was like, man, if he can go out there and he, like, obviously he's skinny, but if he can go out there and ball out, why can't I? So I chose to be 35.
Yeah, is that the number you're gonna be wearing in college, or are you maybe gonna change it like 7 or something?
Nah, I'm not gonna change to 7, but yeah, I am gonna wear 35 for now. But I have actually been thinking about changing my number, but like I don't know what number to go with yet. I'm just thinking that's gonna come to me one of these times. I'm gonna be like, oh, I want to wear number whatever. But for my freshman year, I'm gonna wear 35 because they don't really have anything else that I'd be interested in. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
wear 35.
When do you get to choose your number? Like, do they reach out to you like randomly, like, hey, like what number do you want, or how did that process work?
Yeah, they actually reached out to me probably like 3 days ago, and they gave me like probably gave me like 10 different number options I could choose from. 35 was actually on there, so I just went with 35. I mean, I was planning on staying with 35 anyway, but it's been in the back of my mind to like to see if I want to change my number. But for now, I'm just gonna stay with 35.
Yeah, for sure. Well, anyways, man, really appreciate you for your time. It means a lot having you come on and everything. But yeah, so make sure you guys give us a follow on Instagram at Aidan Noyes 35. I'm at HoopsFL. Anyways, for Richmond commit Aidan Noyes, I'm Isaac Fleischer, and this has been another iHoopsFL interview. Peace out, guys.